Hello, friends. Welcome back. It's Anna here talking about personal development, juicing, and mindset. I hope to find you well. I'm going to be discussing a few tips about parenting and what I've noticed that I've learned, how I've matured, how I've become a better mother, a better daughter, and a better human as a whole, and it has been mostly become I've been wanted to become a better parent. Okay, so I have two daughters. Just to make a long story short, I had my first daughter when I was 17 going into 18. So I was fairly young. I turned 18, then I had her when I was 19. I was a child myself. I didn't want to have a kid. But it was what it was, right? So when my daughter was younger, I feel like my oldest daughter, she grew with me. She suffered a lot with me through my traumas. My anger issues, my personal development issues, the issues that I had with her dad, and those type of things. She saw me go through, and a lot of my frustrations were taken out on her, and it wasn't until, let's say, about 2 years ago, I feel that my parenting became so much better, and the way that I communicate with my daughters, and the way that I let them communicate with me, and the way that I understand myself, and the way that I understand them. Now my second daughter, she just turned 14 this September. And what I'm finding interesting about mothering my second daughter is that I feel like my first daughter got me ready for her, right? Because something happens in the brain. I don't know if you remember that from your own self, right? But something happens in the brain when we turn like 13 into like 14, into like that first year of high school. Because I remember it happened with me, and I noticed that it happened with my brothers, and then I noticed that it happened with my oldest daughter when she started going into her ninth grade. How things change, right? Environments change. You're going through something new. Well, the child is going through something new because they have to experience a new environment. And now you have to experience something new as a parent because your child is developing, right? So what I'm noticing now with my second daughter is a lot of talking. Number one, we have to understand that as parents, our children have lives outside of just being your child, right? They have a whole community of people that they go and hang out with every day. They speak to these people, these friends. They may know things about them that you may not even know, So to understand the type of relationships that our children are building and why is important, because then you will be able to coach them. Like I find myself coaching my youngest daughter a lot through her personal development and what she experiences by just learning and dealing with people, right? To become a better parent, number two is evaluate yourself. And how are you, what is the word that they use, projecting or inflicting certain issues that your children did not have anything to deal with, and now you're taking it out on them per se. I believe, like, we all have done it as some way, in some way or somehow, or at some point in our parenting life, right? In which we might be frustrated about something that's going on in our lives for a short period of time, or it might be for a long time, and we may take it out on the kids, right? And oftentimes, a lot of parents, I remember, are not very apologetic. Apologize to your kids. That's point number three. Number one, communicate. Number two is connect with them. And number three is apologize. Apologize with your kids. Apologize to your kids when you are not your best self, when you are not a best parent. A lot of times, I know that a lot of parents do things and they don't think that their children deserve an apology. Yes, children are people. They're developing people. And just like we want respect from children, they deserve respect too from us, right? And I think a lot of times that gets lost with adults, right? That children deserve respect too, and to understand that they're also, you know, in this world, and they're learning, right? Like, we don't come with parenting guides, and they don't come with children guides, right? Like how to be the best kid ever, or how to be the best mom ever. We don't get those. We have to coexist with one another and go through each other's mannerisms and each other's, you know, traumatic events. And as we share life, and as we share mindsets, and as we share emotions and experiences with one another, we start, you know, refining those things, right? So you know, I hope that from this video you learn that your children are people too. You know, get into the habit, especially when they become teenagers, to just have conversations often. Ask them how they feel. Ask them how is their day. Ask them how is their relationships with their friends working out, you know, and see how you can help your child in their own personal development, and coach them, right? And if you need help with that, then find a professional to do so. You know, I a lot of times I tell my daughter to go to the guidance counselor, you know, and to find someone that she can speak to in case that I am not available, right? So you guys have a good day, enjoy your week, and follow the channel, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to order my books. I'll put the links in the detailed description below. Hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.